Hello there. Here again with Vale. Vale blew her stitches, didn't you? So she had to go back to the vet and she's now got staples. And she won't wear the cone of shame. At least she'll wear it, just won't stay on. It'll last not very long at all. So this little madam is now being babysat by me and by Stinky, who they get along very well actually. For a giant dog and a tiny cat, they get along really well. Anyway, emails. This is from Sienna. Sienna says, "This might sound so strange, but I'm sorry in advance. Don't apologise before I've even read it. I've suffered anorexia since I was 16 and now 22. I've been in and out of hospital for years now and I'm currently maintaining an underweight BMI and stuck in restrictive eating patterns. But my huge problem is the minute is I'm addicted to baby food. It's my only safe food as they're so low calorie. I've lived off baby food for nearly a year now and I can't ever imagine eating normal food. I'm so embarrassed to even admit this, as I know it sounds ridiculous at the age of 22, living off baby food. I know this isn't normal, but my anorexia made it feel normal. Would it be possible for you to make a YouTube video on this? I'm not sure if anyone has struggled with this too, but I'm sure it could help to hear some advice, especially me." Well, Sienna, you know what? If I'd have thought of it, I bet I would have eaten baby food. I didn't eat baby food when I was sick, but that's because I didn't think of it. I definitely would have if I thought of it. And maybe I didn't think about it because, I don't know, I wasn't really exposed to much baby food. None of my friends had babies. So maybe I just it didn't even occur to me. If it had occurred to me, you bet I would have eaten the shit out of baby food because it's really, I didn't know it was low calorie actually. Didn't know that. But I guess it is because it's just pureed vegetables, isn't it, mostly? Anyway, so that's the fact, is that yes, baby food may be low calorie, and for that reason you've seen it as a safe food. You've been eating it. You got to consider it as the same as if you were. I get lots of people writing and saying that they have an addiction to, say, Diet Coke or any other low calorie thing. It's actually not that you have an addiction to that food. What's happened is you've been eating that food, and because that's all you've been eating, your brain has become slightly obsessed with that food, because your brain just wants food. And if that's the only food that it thinks it's available, then it's going to say, I want that food. And so it's not that you're addicted to that food at all, it's just that that's all that's been made available. And so your brain's just thinking probably about that food all the time. And if you make other foods available, i.e. if you start eating other foods, then your brain's going to quite happily become obsessed with other foods as well, which it probably will do. And maybe I don't know what your mental hunger's like, but maybe you do actually think about have mental hunger for non-baby foods. I'm sure that you probably do. It's just you won't allow yourself to eat those because they're higher calorie. So if we come to the commitment of not doing anything that's designed to suppress your natural body weight, the reason that you're eating baby food at the heart of it is because it's low calorie, and that is an attempt to suppress your natural body weight, which means that if you're committed to recovery, you just simply can't do that. You can't do anything that you would be doing because the primary reason of doing it is suppressing your natural body weight, in the same way that you can't be drinking diet drinks because the only reason you drink diet drinks would be to suppress your body weight. You can't be eating baby food. And if I were you, what I would do is I would cold turkey on the baby food. I had to do that with Miller Lite yogurts. I don't even know if I haven't had one of those for probably 8 years. I don't even know if they still make them, and we don't get them in the US anyway. And they're disgusting. They are actually disgusting. They just taste like saccharin. But because that was one of the foods I allowed myself to eat, I was just obsessed with Miller Lite yogurts, and I used to hoard them. I used to have a fridge full of the damn things. And I had to cold turkey on those, because that's all I kind of really wanted to eat, and I had to cold turkey on the Miller Lite yogurts and make myself eat full-fat Greek yogurt, which is delicious, by the way. But despite the fact that full-fat Greek yogurt is delicious, oh my god, Vale, she's just ripped apart toilet roll. I don't even know where you found that puppy. Despite the fact that Miller Lite yogurts taste disgusting and full-fat Greek yogurt is delicious, I still felt this huge drive to continue to eat the Miller Lite yogurts, and I had to cold turkey it, chuck away all the stupid ones that I had in the fridge, or just buy a load of actual delicious full fat yogurt and And that was the way that I went about that. And I have many other foods. Cardboard tasting granola bars are another thing that I used to hoard, and the only thing I was allowing myself to really eat of that nature. And so in order to stop myself eating those, I just had to make a rule that I wasn't allowed to eat those, and I had to eat the actual chocolate bars that I really wanted instead. So I hope that helps. I think a lot of your question is sort of, am I a freak, or is this, you're embarrassed about it? I'm sure there's plenty of other people watching this video that also have a real similar thing, baby food or whatever it is, that they've sustained themselves on, so their brain has become rather attached to. Your brain will attach to other foods if you allow yourself to eat them. And when I say allow, at this point, what I mean is force yourself to eat them. You have to force yourself to eat highly caloric foods. It's the only way you're going to recover. I hope that helps. Bye.